Alright, here we go. Been a minute since the last stream. Last time we were here, we finished up Final Fantasy 16. And, what a grand game that was. But I was shooting straight for that one, trying to finish that one up with every stream that I did for the past, couple weeks. And, yeah, the Armored Core series kind of fell by the wayside, unfortunately. But that's how these things go sometimes. So we're looking to get back into it, and we're going to pick up where we left off with the Armored Core series. Last time I did an Armored Core game, we did Project Phantasma off the PS1, and pretty good game. A little on the short side, but, I think that's how these PS1 games are going to be. We'll see how long Master of Arena is. I did all of the main missions for that game, which I think there was actually less than the first one. I think there was like 14 or 15, something like that. But bigger emphasis with the arena battles. Actually, I don't think there was an arena in the first game. So there was an emphasis on arena battles, so that kind of took part of it. I left off, I think, not doing the last three battles that were left on the arena, and I got to those off stream. Bit of a pain in the ass, but managed to do it. So, for the most part, outside of like the optional missions, I shouldn't say optional, like the alternate side missions that you could potentially do, I did almost everything with that game. Ended up doing all the arena battles. Got the finger laser thing. It's a very interesting weapon. So hopefully all that stuff will transfer over. I did check to see if my save from Project Phantasma will transfer over to Master of Arena, and it in fact will, so that's pretty good. But yeah, we're going to be picking up pretty much where we left off, so let's go ahead and get on into it.
It's showtime.
Yes, it is. Alright. Got a little intro video here. PS1 games are always blaring with something going on, so hopefully the volume's not terribly loud. It's a little on the loud side, but I guess we can manage. I don't know what the hell that is. The music don't sound that great. Just doing some last minute checks here, making sure everything is looking a-okay, and I think we're good. Oh my goodness. Master of Arena is one of those games that I know for sure I never finished. I was mistaken with Project Phantasma because I thought with Project Phantasma that was a game that I did not in fact beat, and by the time I got to the end of it, I'm like, oh yeah, I've done all this. So it had just been so long since I played it that I just forgotten pretty much everything about it, unfortunately. I think that's the save from the original Armored Core with the 47 sorties. The one with 24 and like, what is that, 8 billion? Jesus. No, 8 million, sorry. My math is a little off. 8 million credits, not too shabby, but most of that came from the arena battles. That should be the one from Project Phantasma, so we'll go ahead and carry off with that one. But yeah, this game, I took a look at it when I just busted it out. I think, if I remember right, I might have played this one like for a few minutes, but never really delved into it. This was one that I got off of an eBay auction. I think it was brand new, because when I opened that up, it had the shrink wrap inside the case. And I'm the only one that really does that. I've been buying used games for a long time. I don't think I've ever come across a game I purchased used that has the shrink wrap stuffed inside the case. I do that. I do that a lot. My insistence on preserving every original facet, if it's got like some kind of sticker on it, whether it's promotional or even just like the barcode up top, something like that, I like to keep the shrink wrap, so I usually just stuff it into the case. I'll fold it up a little nice and put it into the case, but I do that, and one other friend that I knew of, that we both kind of liked collecting things, regardless of what it was. Could be, DVDs or video games, whatever the case may be. We always kind of kept the shrink wrap. So I noticed that was still in the case. So I'm like, I must have opened this a while back. And I think it was brand new when I got it. And I took a look at them discs. Factory finish clean. I mean, even games that I've owned from, back in the day, they don't look as good as what I pulled out here. So not too bad. I think we're probably not going to be having any discrete error problems as we've had with some PS1 games in the past. Hopefully. But let's go ahead and load it up, see what we can get into. Now, there was a slight little difference in the graphical capabilities. Some improvements between the original Armored Core and Project Phantasma. I don't know what's going to be the situation here. Already the menu looks different. That's nice. The menu was virtually the same when we popped in Project Phantasma, so at least we got something going on. So excuse me while I'm trying to fiddle with the volume here. It seems a little bit low, but like during those cutscenes and stuff, boy, it gets a bit loud. I guess we'll, when we get into the main game, we'll see how we might need to adjust this. Got some mail requests. Senator Lana Nielsen, congratulations. How does it feel to finally be a Raven? I'm your Raven's Nest contact, the person in charge of handling negotiations with questers to sort out your missions. Orders must be followed to the letter. Your first mission is already available. It shouldn't be too difficult. But remember to be wary of any unforeseen obstacles. Exercise caution at all times. You got it, lady. System. I think I saved the emblem. I don't know if it transfers over via the main game file, but let's take a look. Not that it matters too much, but if it's in there, I might as well load it. Hey, there it is. Old Roman numeral for 7. Nice. Alright. I'm guessing everything else will be pretty much the same. Hold on, let me see what kind of options we got. What sort of things we got going on here. I'm surprised that they actually have a volume control for the background music. That's not something I usually see in PlayStation games. Oh, you can do key assign. Interesting. I don't know that this was an option in the previous game. It could be that I overlooked it, because generally speaking, with older games, I don't bother looking at the options just based off the fact that they usually don't have too many details, but being able to control, change the control scheme is pretty advanced. We're already used to the original key assignments, but I don't know, might be something to that. Before we take a look at the missions, let's go ahead and get in here. Got a lot of money. So I don't know that there's going to be anything worth spending on just yet. I pretty much had the best of what was available in the previous game. And I noticed from one game to the other in terms of the original and Project Phantasma, at least when you first start out the game, not a whole lot of differences between what was available at the tail end of one game and what was available at the start of the other. So it's probably going to be a similar situation here. Most of the stuff I'm looking at, I definitely recognize already. Get some gun arms. I did keep most of the equipment that I had on hand. There was a couple things where I was taking a look at it and I'm like, alright, I know I'm never going to be using most of this stuff, so I did end up dropping a handful of things. There's the AC, might look a little bit different. I did change out the legs for some of the arena battles because it was just better to be faster. It's better to outpace your enemy than anything else. This was the weapon that I got for finishing all of the arena battles, WA Finger, which is like a major machine gun. I don't know if, okay, there it goes. Gives me some stats here. It does... What kind? This is solid ammo, so it is not energy, unfortunately. So it might be a better idea if I equipped some type of energy weapon. But boy, does it shred enemies 2 bits. It's pretty insane. I don't remember how some of these weapons operate. Unfortunately, it's been a while since we used them. I remember the grenade launcher. I might hold off on the WA finger until maybe an arena battle. The other thing that was kind of bad about it, Katasawa was good, but I think this was like the upgraded Katasawa in my eyes. Because it was a big rifle, a laser rifle. But the only bad thing about the finger weapon is that it doesn't seem to be too effective at long range. You have to get pretty damn close to an enemy before it actually proves some use. I think I'm going to take off the missile launcher, too. Shit. Still doesn't help us out. Maybe I have a lighter core? There we go. That works a little better. That might help us out. We'll see. I still like the speed that I had with these legs. The only problem is that you can't carry too much with it. Ranker MK. I have no clue what that is, but it says... Okay. Yeah. Alright. EX Arena. That might be Extra Arena, perhaps? I don't know. I would need to take a look at the manual to see what most of that is. Ranker MK. I got no clue what that is, but it seems like it needs a second disc. I was wondering if, since there's 2 discs with this game, does that mean that it's just extra long, or does it just have additional features? It might be a feature thing. And finally, we have the arena. No ranks listed. That's interesting. Not too many candidates. I wonder what's going on here. Behind the simple cutesy emblem hides an aggressive AC pilot combination with firepower to prove it. Stalker. Sweet Devil. Unrelentless in his attacks. By the time he closes in on his opponent, it is all over. Fritz. Well-known partier on the AC arena circuit. Most wonder how he ever got this far. Fat guy next to a alcohol barrel or something. Don't really know what's going on there. Alright, well, we could take a look at the stats, but it doesn't look like I can challenge any of them, since it's reference only. So maybe we have to do some stuff first. We have not looked at the mission yet. So. Eliminate Fugitive. Sender Lana Nielsen, requester Isaac City Guard, reward 32,000 credits. We received a request asking for assistance in tracking down an escaped criminal. Fugitive is a chronic corporate hacker. He's hijacked an armored car and locked himself inside the botanical zone. He hacked the facility's security system, and all security MTs are now under his control. The offensive capability of a single MT is no match for an AC, though they can be a nuisance when encountered in groups. Immediately destroy all MTs you come across. Building structural data has been prepared. Your goal is to capture the fugitive. You have permission to take him out if necessary. Theater of Operations. Isaac City Botanical Zone number 7. Enemy forces, security MTs, unknown number. Objective, capture fugitive. Not a mission we are looking to cause any sort of permanent damage or harm.
Main system engaging combat mode.
Slightly
We are
disappointing.
monitoring your status. We'll contact you if the need arises.
Fair enough.
As this is your first job, make sure you proceed with care. That is all.
Anyway, slightly disappointing that there's no intro, like, no cutscene with the first one in Project Phantasma. There was a bit of a showy display showing your AC launch into the battlefield. So for these first missions, I might be a little bit overpowered. We'll see. But I am carrying a lot of the final tier weapons. Got the Moonlight Blade for physical attacks. And got that big laser rifle. scroll up a map? I guess not. Zoom out, but doesn't seem like I could scroll any. Whatever. I imagine that these early missions probably aren't going to be too strenuous, so I'll probably just stick with using a laser rifle. Normally I'd like to save my shots if possible, but as opening mission description put it, these guys are a bit of a nuisance. Especially sometimes when I can't actually hit them with the laser blade. That'll happen there. One of them shoot the other. Didn't know there was going to be friendly damage.
Gate check. Gate unlocked.
Oh, okay then. A split path earlier. I just don't know. He was back here. I don't know the direction that I'm supposed to be going. Surprisingly, a little bit of a lengthy map. Thinking back to the first missions for the previous games, they seem to be like fairly enclosed. Moved over. Don't have a hell of a whole lot of choice here as to where to go on this particular path. There was some branching paths earlier in the level, but we'll just continue on this one until I find something. Seems like a dead end. Booster speed surprisingly not that much faster.
Oh no! A raven! I'm no match for one of them!
Oh
Don't shoot.
no!
I'm leaving now! What? Another one? 9-ball? What's a top-ranked arena AC doing here?
9-ball? I guess we have unfinished business.
You've been looking for me.
That voice.
I don't care who you are. No one can defeat me.
Sounds a little bit like that other guy that we fought in the previous game.
He's the one you've been looking for, huh?
He should have died.
I need to talk to you later. Return to base.
This Lana Nielsen
Target
sounds
of
like the
operation
girl
cleared.
from the previous game, too.
System switched to normal mode.
I heard you've been looking for me. Alright. Not too much for a first mission, but fair enough. New mail. Arena. From Lana When we first met on the network, you mentioned becoming a Raven because there was someone you wanted to kill. AC named Nineball, Pilot Hustler 1, top-ranked AC in the arena. That's all we know. All that is needed for you to participate in the arena is a corporate sponsor. This opportunity will present itself eventually. Let me warn you, though, anyone who attempts to face Nineball in battle will surely be destroyed. If you're willing to risk your life, I can arrange it so that one day you will fight him. That is all. Okay. Fair enough, I guess. Alright, well, I guess that explains why we can't actually participate in the arena yet. We have to have a corporate responsor. That seems new. Although the Ravens aren't a corporation of any sort. They can't sponsor me to do these arena battles. I suppose not, otherwise it probably would have presented itself as an opportunity already. This Frogman. Designed as AC to resemble a frog. His attacks incorporate many leaping maneuvers. I wonder if they will allow me to, like, choose arenas and stuff, too. I'm somewhat curious about how the arena works in this game. Also, give me just a sec. We're pretty early in the stream, but I do need to check on something one moment, so I'll be right back. Alright, there we go. Like how the actual game didn't mute itself. Let's see if I can find a hotkey for that for the stream deck. Alright, a couple new missions. I wonder if we're going to have some branching paths with this game as well. Destroy the Berserker MTs and recover Meteorite. Now this one pays out more. Might not be worth it. Requested from RNG Industries. Requester is RNG Industries, yes. This mission pertains to the anticipated impact of a meteor with our planet. The meteor's existence has long been known. But it wasn't until just recently that a discovery was made indicating that the meteor may contain rare minerals. RNG Industries would like to recover the meteor, but there's a problem. Several of the competitors also want possession of it and are willing to fight for ownership. Your mission objective is to eliminate any units sent by the RNG's competitors intent on retrieving the meteor. It was not allowed to fall into their hands. Leader of Operations, North Haven's Rock. Supply point number 8. Enemy forces unknown. Objective, destroy all enemy forces. I'm sure we could do that. Give it a little look here.
Approach the target area once the meteor's impact is confirmed. It's here.
Ooh.
Main system
That
engaging
didn't look like a...
combat mode.
I think a meteor right of that size
Unidentified units approaching. Destroy them all.
might have caused a little bit more havoc. Oh, I get the flying guys. I hate the flying guys. Might have been a decent mission for the finger weapon.
Just as I expected.
AC identification verified. It's Regulon, a member of the sub-arena.
Regulon.
This enemy AC's strength is its rapid-fire capability. Stay out of its line of fire as much as possible.
Easier said than done.
Well done. Your mission is complete. The rest is up to the recovery units. Return to base.
Target of operation cleared. System switched to normal mode.
Could have gone worse. Had I known exactly what I was getting into, I might have been able to handle it a little better. But overall, surprisingly, not as much damage taken as I was expecting. Still able to get it done with just the laser rifle as well. No new email? Let's take a look at the new mission. For the next mission. Retrieve secret files. We've also got the Berserk MTs still and assault transports. I guess let's do this one, just fear of losing it. It's also has a bigger payout than the other two available. Requested from ProgTech. Weapons facility of ProgTech. Maintenance computer has malfunctioned and the combat MTs produced there are out of control. Computer continues to produce faulty MTs and the situation is worsening. Thankfully, the problem is not spread outside the facility, but it was only a matter of time. Your mission is to restore the situation at the factory. As long as the computer is operating, it will continue to produce MTs. Restore the computer, then the combat MTs. Hold up. I think at the very least, I might stick with the laser rifle still, but I want to see if I can get that other ammo crate on. Perhaps. Gonna be overweight, but a different set of legs will help us out. Alright, nothing bipedal. I can switch to tank mode or possibly get some of these quad legs going. Kinda hate to do it, but potentially it was something that just continues to manufacture enemies. Might be in my best interest to have as much ammunition as possible. I got half a mind to bring the finger weapon as well, just because of how much damage that does and how much ammunition it has. But I think we'll try it with the laser rifle first. See if I can scrape by without costing too much on myself. Still no way to skip all this, huh?
Main system engaging combat
Those
mode.
cars. Do we have any idea where exactly this computer is? Let's see if I can get away with not fighting the enemies. That did not work as I envisioned. None of these doors open. Can't break the glass.
Gate check. Cannot unlock gate.
Find the locking mechanism that controls the gate. You must destroy it first.
What if I could? As we seem to have discovered previously, it does seem like enemies, maybe not in fight, but they can definitely damage each other. So, Get them all huddled up. Potentially could be destroying each other. Okay, I guess there's two computers. Or maybe we were looking at the wrong door. Nope.
Cannot unlock the gate.
Boy, I certainly do hate these legs. Maneuvering around is very, very floaty. It's almost like you're slipping and sliding on ice.
Gate check. Gate unlocked.
Fight them at a distance. Or destroy those, whatever those are. I'm gonna assume dead ahead. Thought I'd give it analog sticks a try. No avail. This was made in 2000. Analog sticks certainly were the norm by this point in time. I think they were just afraid to change things up because they were starting to get competitive with Armored Core. I don't know if they were afraid that analog sticks would provide an unfair advantage or what the issue was. There's nothing in here. There's a big empty room. Okay, cool. Like, not even something I could get up into. I know sometimes that's the case. Doesn't look like it though. Nothing popped up on the radar either. I suppose there was stuff up here, but I don't know. I think a giant corridor that's this long would lead to something important. So these doors sure are slow to open. Tried to sneak up on me. What the hell is this? Storage room? It appears to be a big maze. Whether or not something's in here, I don't know. Ah, look at that.
AC head part acquired.
Interesting. I think I only have 2 head parts, so that one will be easy to find. I don't remember them actually telling you what type of part that you picked up when you did like on-site procurement type stuff. A lot of times I'd get something, especially in the arena, they just show you a picture of it. I'm like, what the hell is that? It's like I can't identify most things based on visuals alone. I mean, sometimes you can tell, okay, that's a gun. But then they show you some like contraption or some piece of something. Oh, yeah. One of those, huh?
The production line has been stopped. Destroy all remaining battle units.
You got it, lady. Alright. Let's make sure there's nothing else in here. It's a nice little overhang area, but I suppose I would assume that we'd only be getting 1 secret per level. How far I'm gonna have to go back for all the rest of these guys. And at what rate were they producing them? Do I have to go back to areas I've already been to? big area. Well, I guess if the goal now is just to eliminate everything, it probably explains why there's some areas that just have nothing in it but some enemies. But you don't need to make them seem important or the route that you need to go. That's not a door, is it? Definitely didn't get rid of everything in the main area, so hopefully we just need to go back to the original starting point and eliminate a couple things in there, and assume that would be it. It's somewhat subtle with this particular level, just with a lot of the other games that we played. Sometimes you get some background music that's a little bit more on the bombastic side. I'm hoping I can see if these guys can shoot each other, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Target of operation cleared.
There you
System
go.
switched to normal mode.
All right. Still didn't take too much damage, which is good. Keep expecting there to be a lot more reductions because of that, but we've been kind of lucky so far. Oops. God damn it. Hold on. Sorry, I'm just trying to get a preview pulled up here. No more emails, nothing yet. No corporate sponsor trying to contact me. No updates on any mission sorties. The ProgTech mission, you requested to execute. Wait, you've been requested to execute an attack on a specific group of units. There we go. They're transporting materials which must be destroyed. We aren't sure which units are the ones carrying the material. In order to guarantee its destruction, all units must be eliminated. Fair enough. According to our information at this point, the group consists of 3 trucks, 4 MTs. They may have reinforcements we're not aware of. If even one unit escapes, the mission will be a failure. You must eliminate them all. Yeah, sometimes those could be a pain in the ass, because then they start splitting up and it's hard to keep track of everything. Boy, let me see. Well, on the surface of it, it doesn't seem like we'll be doing too much, or having to fight too many enemies. But it definitely could be proven wrong. I got rid of that radar. I see a point in having it. Can I use the fast legs? Yes, I can. So, this head, and doesn't give a description. The HD1 is the one that maps map type area memory. So that's usually the one I go to. It's my like go-to one. You have an HD helm. I think that's the thing we picked up. And that weird little bug helmet. That's the one that's sometimes I'll use because it has better armor, but I mostly just use that for the arena if I even needed it. Let's see. So it's between that one and this one. 7,300 and 79? Okay, so the range is better. Type is standard. No noise canceller. No biosensor. Radar function provided. Map type. Area and place name. Oh, that sucks. Computer type detailed. I don't know what the hell that means. However, area memory. This one is probably still better just because of its mapping capabilities. The reason I got this one in the first place is because I didn't need to put on a radar, because this would just like map as you go. And on top of that, as it says, it puts it in its memory. So, you know, you could always look back at the map and see where you've been to. Unfortunately, with the radars, you know, it covers the area for a distance, some of them for a pretty big distance, but it doesn't keep track of where you've been to, so you can't look back previously on the map. Now, you know, as I mentioned before, there is a bit of a problem where you can't actually maneuver the map around too much, but sometimes there are moments where you actually do need to backtrack in these games, so just in case of that, probably a good idea just to keep the HD1 on hand. But anyway, let's see if we can get this one done.
They cannot be allowed to enter the tunnel. Destroy them all.
Main system engaging combat mode.
Boy, they sure put me right into the furnace on this one.
The enemy has brought reinforcements. Take them out.
God, what the hell? I can't even turn around. Holy shit. These are all in the air, too. It's so dark up there, I can't even see either. Once I get the lock, we're good, but getting that lock is a bit of a problem. Except for this last one. There we go.
Target of operation cleared.
All right.
System switched to normal mode.
Not as much of a problem as I thought it was going to be, but that last wave of enemies was a bit of a bitch to deal with. Still made out decent. The recovery costs weren't all that bad, though it did take more damage than usual. Alright, finally. Couldn't even see them. Yeah, me neither. I was basically just aiming for where the shots were coming from. Once I got a lock, then you just hit the fire button, but didn't always work out. The corporation has extended an offer to sponsor you in the arena. The sponsor is ProgTech, one of the companies operating the arena. There's one condition, though. You must defeat all Ravens currently associated with the arena. The company wants to see what you're capable of. Done some research. It doesn't matter who you fight, but remember, they are all Ravens, just like you. That is all. So we could truly become the master of the arena. Guess we're not able to do it just yet. Oh, Okay then. Let's make a save, I guess. See what we could do. Probably do another mission. Unless it needs me to do the EX arena or whatever that is. Probably not. Oh, okay. Caravan invasion, attack terrorists, and attack Chrome HQ. No shit. Chrome back at it, huh? Target is a Raven recently hired by Chrome, Isaac City's largest corporation. Raven is Hercules, a member of the sub-arena. Okay. We're not eliminating the Ravens in the arena, we're eliminating the Ravens outside of the arena. I get it. Signed a long-term contract with Chrome as a guard at their corporate HQ. Chrome has already a complex security system in place. Raven has been hired to put additional pressure on anyone attempting to breach their HQ. You can take care of the security system, but not the Raven. We have 3 minutes tops. You must destroy him within that time frame. I'd be willing to give it a try. Again, beginning of a game, even though we did transfer over. Oh, well, especially because of that, I'm not expecting it to be too hard, but I don't think that they would scale things.
Well, he's coming right at us.
Bugsy.
Time limit 3 minutes. You must destroy the target before the countdown ends. The enemy's missiles are powerful. Be careful.
Thanks for the heads up. It'd be nice if you tell me some things like, before we actually get into the heat of battle. Not while it's happening. Although he does have those missiles I hate. The weird expanding ones. Those suck.
Target of operation cleared.
Did it in 23
System
seconds.
switched to normal mode.
Not bad. No money for that. I guess the reward at the end of the day is getting that corporate sponsor. Arena registration from ProgTech. Good day, I'm a representative from ProgTech, and I have had the privilege of observing your performance. We've taken note of your abilities and decided to sponsor your entry in the arena. Please accept a small gift, 50,000 credits, and an AC part we have developed. Look forward to your success in the arena. ProgTech is a company that has grown significantly during the recent years. This is largely due to their groundbreaking achievements in AC-related development. A brilliant scientist who serves as the company's head of development is behind a number of their revolutionary parts. The part you received is probably one of these. And it's nothing more than a convenient place for ProgTech to advertise, so take care and don't let them take advantage of you. Should your rating increase due to the success of both in the missions and the sub-arena, you may be called up to the actual arena. That is all. Oh, okay. We're not in the real arena just yet. But it looks like we might have the ability to do so now. AC Shield 9, Pilot Advantage. Considered the best at mid-range battles, does not allow his opponents to get too close. Alright, well... typically speaking, I tend to approach arena battles slightly differently. At least how they worked in Project Phantasma. It was a grand old time we'd have. You wouldn't suffer any repair costs or ammo replenishment costs after finishing a mission. So that was nice, but I don't know if that's changed since then. No repercussions for losing either. So typically speaking, I would equip some like heavy-hitting missiles or something along those lines. This was a real bastard of a weapon for the opposing force. That's something I want to look into. I wish we had gotten to the point where stuff would load up a little bit faster than it does. Son of a gun. All this stuff is still too heavy. Surprising. You could just have no arms. How about that? Now, the one thing that I did forego, I think, in a lot of arena battles was not having, there we go, a melee weapon. That might be our ticket. Oh shit, that's not the arena. Back out. What does the arena one look like? I guess it's the purple one on the far right. If you're going, like, counterclockwise. Alright, I don't know that there's any order to these, but I guess let's just try fighting one of them. Oh good, we can select our own maps. There was one I liked in Project Phantasma. This looks like it's on the moon. There looks like there's a parking garage. That might emulate the weird cave one, which was handy for those jumpers, because that eliminated the ability for them to jump in the air. This possibly looks like one I liked, although that looks a little bit more natural. It looks like that might be a mud field with a bridge in the middle. That's a holdover from Project Phantasma. There's a big empty circular arena. It's like in a dome. It looks like home, actually. It's like where I live, some sort of desert. It looks like another barren arena. This looks like another one that was kind of in Project Phantasma. Same with that one. Oh, we got another cave complex. There was two caves, I think. There was one that had a real low ceiling, and then one that had a higher ceiling. That looks like a holdover as well. Shit, I don't see one that looks like the industrial field. I'd say the next, probably most handy one was, I don't know, we'll give this one a try maybe. The next one that was kind of more on the handy side was one that was in a city. I just liked it because of the coverage. Gave me some areas that I could hide out behind should I need to escape some enemy incoming fire, but... How the hell did I hit it? Oh, am I out of missiles? It only has 4 missiles in it. I think I had more in the original. Actually, I think the finger had more ammo in the Project Phantasma as well. This guy's turning radius isn't that great. I might be able to use that to my advantage. You sure can take a pounding. I was talking up this weapon big time, but it's not performing to my standard now. And I blazed through all of it. Shit. I think I hit him with most of those weapons, too. Alright, well this... didn't work out. I guess this will show us if we have any repercussions for not being able to finish that. Yes, no? Maybe? Boy, is loading time that slow, or something happened? Hold on, I'm checking the PS. Huh, okay. Yeah, something definitely happened, I think. Let me see if I can restart it from the controller. Oh. I think we're gonna have to restart the PS2. Well, there goes my idea of no crashes or anything. I will say that the disc obviously is brand new since it is. Just pulled it out of the packaging when I first opened this up. Haven't really played it since, but I've been using a humidifier during the summer. Hey, what's up, Watermelon? How you doing? And the humidifier seems to have gotten into a lot of electronics that are kind of like on the side of the room that the PS2's on. My CRT has like this fine layer of whatever the hell the humidifier is spewing out. It's probably just like hard water particles or something like that. I would not be surprised. But when I opened up the PS2, it's one of them slim ones where it has like the popping door. Kind of goes up at an angle. There was a fine layer of whatever the white dust in there as well. And it actually wasn't reading any discs until I went in there and sort of cleaned up the lens a bit. So that might have something to do with it. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't clean it as thoroughly. Although I'm afraid to touch those things because last time I tried to clean up the lens on my original PlayStation, it stopped working. So it no longer reads anything. Although I will say that I popped in something at some point and it like got to the menu and then it just stopped. Let's see. Let's take a look at the arena again. Oh wait, did it not save any of that? Shit. So do I have to read the emails again or what? Oh, or did I not save after doing that one mission? I mean, it wasn't a huge deal, I suppose. Yeah, I guess I didn't save after that one mission. Alright, we'll just take out this guy. Alright, once we get back into the arena, I think we're going to have to replan our strategy a bit. Probably something with a little bit more ammunition. Even though I feel like the finger should take care of most things, but that guy must have just had a ton of armor.
Unbelievable, he's coming right at us.
Time
Sorry,
limit 3
Bugsy.
minutes. You must destroy the target before the countdown ends. The enemy's missiles
It's
are
a weird
powerful.
missile.
Be careful.
Like if you don't move at all and it's like dead center in front of you, those missiles just spread out around you. So it's like, I mean, I admittedly am a big strafer. So it's like if you're fighting somebody that's
Target
constantly strafing
operation
around you, is
cleared.
probably
System switched to normal mode.
a greater chance of actually hitting your enemy, but still seems a little risky. Alright, there we go. There's those emails. You know, I didn't take a look at the part either. I'm actually not sure what even the part was. Show me a picture of it. Like, what the hell is that? It looks like a wheel. Alright, let's take a look at the garage for a second. I still like using the missiles, also because I could kind of get a feel for how the enemy functions while automatically firing on them. Although I will say, God, like this does an insane amount of damage. Like, look at that. 9,830. I mean, it's only got 4 shots in it, but still. That on top of everything that I was unloading in that guy with the finger probably should have done some damage. I feel like maybe he should have died. But, I guess over time, getting 40 missiles in with something else that does 1,630 damage might be a little bit more beneficial, even if it takes a little longer. Kind of the shitty thing too is like if you run out of ammunition, you got nothing else but your blade. 24 for that. I feel like the finger got nerfed too. I want to say that in Project Phantasma, boy, that it had like an absurd amount of ammunition. Maybe that was, no, I mean, it might have been because I had the ammo crates on, but it shouldn't give you like that much more. I feel like it had like 1,500 or 2,000 or something. It was insane. I didn't get a chance to use it that much, but that seems to be what I remember. 35 for 200. Got the Kanasawa. Yeah, this guy. 2,200 and 24 shots. This thing packs a hell of a punch. I don't know. Again, we might be looking at something that just has more bang for the buck, but also a decent amount of ammunition. I might go with the old classic setup. Especially if I can keep myself mobile, this might be a little bit better. We'll see. Oh, wait, I was going in the right direction. Okay. Take on this bastard with the Shield 9. And I don't know anything about most of these maps outside of the ones that look like they're carryovers from Project Phantasma, so just gonna have to give some of them a try and see what we could do. I think I might be interested in this, not that one, this one, because it looks like the city. The city's got some decent cover points if I potentially need that. Okay, that's the exact same map from the previous game. Good job hitting the missiles. The problem with this particular weapon is a lot of times these missiles didn't actually hit. Fires 3 at a time, which is nice. Can get him to land. Can do a bit of damage. That machine gun is rough though. Even with the speed of the legs I got, I cannot help maneuver this guy just by strafing. Using the boosters might prove a different story, but it is also very hard to keep a lock on when you're using the boosters. God damn. My hope is that we don't have any recovery costs, or it's not going to, dock us any points or something. Need to recoup that energy. That does not often happen. There we go, finally. Jeez.
I won!
Yay! No, we didn't. We're good on that. Stinky performance. Surprisingly, first battle, just scraping by on that. Holy shit. Alright. Well, 10,000 credits. It's not too bad. Special part. Don't know what that is. I'm guessing that's the sub arena as well. So, only gets worse. gonna go sell that HD helm at some point. Cycling through this stuff. What could it have been then that I got? Okay, so this is one of them. I don't know what that is. Small missile launcher. Price 54,000. Radar function none. Standard weapon lock. Attack power 830. 40 missiles. Is that better than the one I'm currently using? Fires 4 missiles at once. So we've got 10 shots out of this thing. 830, huh? 40 max luck. Okay, so it is not as good as the one I have. WMSSMSS24 is better than WMMVG812. You know, the naming conventions, I think, could use a little bit of work, too. It's not exactly what I'd consider memorable. It's a little harder to keep track of some of these things. It was a laser sword that we got from that one mission. The company. It's actually worth more than the Moonlight, but... Attack power 1849. Attack power 2801. Moonlight Blade's still better, even though it's not worth as much. It is heavier, though. That is the trade-off. It's a bit of a pain when I can't equip it with the rest of my stuff just because of how heavy it is. But, I mean, it's almost 1,000 difference in terms of attack power. Charge drain 810. Charge drain doesn't usually... Oh, holy shit. I was going to say, usually it doesn't. It's inconsequential to being used, but charge drain 830 for the Moonlight versus 2,430 with this thing. I think you probably see a significant drop in your energy bar. Alright, well, I think I could sell those parts. Not that I need to, but I do like to keep my inventory fairly clean. Just because it takes so long to load up each part anyway. Making them look slicker, though. Alright, we haven't got any messages, I don't think, that said any new parts were available in the shop, so I'm going to assume... Granted, I didn't take a look at everything, but it's probably not too much worth actually investigating. Anyway, let's save. For a lot of those arena battles, I was using the quad legs to kind of hover around. I do like using the ones I have currently just because they're quicker, so I just have a faster default run speed. So I think I'm going to try and stick with what I got, but it'd be really nice if I could have the laser rifle instead of the laser gun. The laser gun just ain't that great. Son of a high-ranking corporate exec, Capsule Corp logo. His weaponry is much more impressive than his skill. He's got good weapons, he just doesn't know how to use it. Yeah, why not? I don't know that I'm really taking a look at most of these, because I kind of get the feeling that most of them are going to suck. Put me at somewhat of a disadvantage, but we shall see. Look how fast I'm running. Yeah, this is another carryover from Project Phantasma. blips on the radar, and they just end up being border of the map. Can't back up and strafe. Something I forgot about. Ooh, he's got a grenade launcher or something. Something with a lot of power behind it. Missiles ended up taking care of him. I like that track. Whatever that OST track is. There was one really annoying one. So they were saying like faster. It was in the previous game. It was in Project Phantasma. They kept saying like faster repeatedly, but it sounded like they were saying bastard. That was the one that was annoying. I remember hearing it a lot. Might have been because it was placed with a certain map. So if I was using, let's say, the industrial map a lot, if it was stuck to that one. But I don't know if it randomizes music based on your arena challenges or if they're just tied to maps. Oh shit, got another part out of that. That's surprising. You can get a part with every arena battle that you did in the previous game. It's just, you know, every 5 or 10 or so. Lokagos, AC's Tollkeeper. His AC totes a blue skeeve, and its attacks are so aggressive he nicknamed himself Thunder. Let's see what this one is. Looks like a nice little desert-themed area. Might be interesting. Like the look of it. What the hell? They started me. Oh yeah, they started him off behind me? Sort of sucks. A regular old standoff, cowboy showdown, as you put it. It's kind of fun, though. Oh, leaving the map. Gotta stay in town. I wonder if these buildings are destructible. A handful of buildings in some of the maps in Project Phantasma were destructible. Some of them without even that much effort. The reason I like this missile launcher over the others was because it was like surface-to-air missiles. So it shot straight up into the air and then rained down on the enemy, so you could virtually shoot from anywhere. Only time it sucked was when you were in a map that had a low ceiling. But, you know, you can control that based on the fact that you control, you know, pick out which maps you're using. And they finished it up. So, what was good about using these missiles was if I chose a map that had a decent amount of coverage, I could just skirt around the buildings. And typically speaking, unless the enemy was constantly jumping up and down, which sometimes they would, I would be able to avoid most of their attacks, or, you know, they wouldn't even be able to touch me. And I could just fire missiles in the air that rained down on top of them without ever me exposing myself. So, that seems to be the winning strategy for most of the battles. Our little cowboy town there might be my new industrial field. Pilot Ideal, AC Goldie. Fights for the love of cold hard cash. The AC is gold plated and carries the emblem of a hammer. But why? Let's try this. Thank you. Just want to get a good feel for some of these maps. This one, not really a map with a lot of coverage. Interesting area though, visually. Sort of, a lot of green, but then it's got like these weird cross structure. You can never tell with these quad leg ones. Sometimes they end up having a lot of armor and sometimes not so much. Definitely if you're dealing with anything that has treads, which I hate using treads. I used treads once for one battle. It was actually one of the ones that I did off stream because I needed. The enemy I was fighting did so much damage, and it was so rapid fire that I needed something that was just super high grade in terms of armor point, and treads were what helped me out with that. But otherwise, they're so slow and they've got such a bad turning radius that unless I was just strictly looking to go head on against the enemy, I would not use them. But sometimes you get those quad leg ones and they don't have too much armor. And sometimes this one had a decent amount because I went through a full supply of missiles and he did not go down. We had to switch over to the laser cannon for just a bit. But overall, not too bad. Don't think I'll be using that map too often, but I don't know. Might have its advantages. Every once in a while, you come across some type of enemy where you're like, you know what? I think that one map that had that weird thing might help me out. I was thinking about switching out some parts, but we'll try something else. Oh, okay. So this guy's with the leaping maneuver. So there is a map here. It looks like a parking garage. I'm going to say that one probably has a low ceiling. So maybe I should swap out, because problem with the low ceiling, as we just talked about, this particular missile launcher fires missiles up into the air. So when you have a low ceiling like that, it's just going to end up hitting the ceiling over and over again. You're not going to be able to get anything out. However, this missile launcher, which there isn't too many, it's better than the other one that's only got 4. But this one fires straight forward. So when you're dealing with an enemy that you don't have a whole lot of aerial advantage over, fire straight forward, that's the one to go for. So maybe we give that a try. Only problem is most of them don't end up hitting him. That could end up being an issue. And I don't really have the greatest gun weapon. We'll see. But this parking garage, I'm going to suspect, does not have a high ceiling. So I might put him at a disadvantage, but might do the same for me. He's trying to hop. So with the ammo crate, we get 14, so we get additional 2 missiles. Now, these do pack a punch if you're dealing with a weapon that doesn't have a whole lot of ammunition to begin with. You're definitely trading off for the amount of damage that it can do. The only problem is if you fight an enemy that's highly evasive, like this guy seems to be, then you could end up missing most of them and not getting your money's worth. Alright, you see, that's the problem. Now with the laser rifle, pulse rifle we got, fortunately we've got 240 total ammunition on this, but this guy's still super evasive, so it's not like I just can hold down the attack button. Because yeah, if I'm not like really trained on it, I'm not going to be able to get it. And pulse rifle only does about 400 per hit, so depending on how much armor he has and how much I was actually able to hit him previously, it might not work out so good. Getting the distance is definitely what helps here. Because you can back up away from him, you have a better chance of actually hitting him. I wish I'd done that for most of the missiles. I don't know if he's run out of ammunition or if he's just trying to close in for a melee hit, but he's not like attacking me, he's just being strictly evasive. Pain in the ass. I think we definitely found his kryptonite, though, because he's not doing anything else except for trying to hop, which you can't, because The ceiling's so goddamn low, so something went right. But the weapons I chose did not. So constantly holding down on the D-pad too with this game. This aggravates my thumb. Running gamer gloves. It's all old advertisement for a old video game accessory called Gamer Glove. It's from the 90s. It was like fingerless gloves except for the thumb. They said the thumb is extra padded so you can game all night long. Actually, I feel like gloves that have a little bit of compression to them might actually be sort of handy. I don't think the padding will do jack shit, but if I had a little bit of compression, just kind of like on that fold of skin that connects the thumb to the rest of the hand, might actually feel a little better. This guy does not want to attack. I think he attacked a couple times to start with, but he hasn't done it since. There we go. Took a minute, but I definitely think I chose the right map for that. It's not the right weapon. Maybe I should have had one of the shoulder-mounted machine guns. I don't know if I still have those or not. No, we're good. Don't need to see any more of that. I'd have to imagine that some of the videos would take up more, like, memory space. I know that usually they dole out the memory in terms of blocks on the older memory cards, but there still has to be an amount of data. So if you're, like, fighting a battle for, 5 minutes versus 1, there's got to take up a little bit more room. Still quite a few to go, but we've done pretty good so far. Trade out another ammo crate. I think I'll stick with a pulse rifle, opposed to the laser rifle we've been using. Let's take a look at some of the missions that we've got. Actually, before that, make a save first. Just because we did make some progress, and I have been known to save scum when a mission has not gone my way. Maybe enemy fortress. Submarine sounds kind of interesting, but let's see what this is. Let's pay a little bit more too. Pinpointed the location of the base the terrorists have been using for their strikes against Isaac City. Your mission is to attack this base. Base located in an old castle, interesting, in the northwest sector of the White Land area. Castle, now a fortress, is protected by many gun emplacements. Gun emplacements are surrounded by an entire fortress that will attack if given a target. Do not let your guard down, even for a moment. I think I could take care of that.
We've arrived at the combat area. We'll leave as soon as your AC is deployed.
Main system engaging combat mode.
And then VTOL carriers sure can take a punch. Fire those grenade launcher shots too. That'll work. Oh, good. I could hit them at a distance, but they can't hit me, seemingly. That's kind of what I was hoping for. I'd take out the perimeter just so I can make sure that I am be free of getting attacked by any of these guys once I go down to the main area. Or... Ooh, right at the perfect spot. I could peer over the ledge, but they can't. Alright, what's up with this thing? Music for this game has been a lot less harsh than the previous games. I don't know, some people might be into the tracks for the original Armored Cores. And, you know, some of them weren't bad, but a lot of them were rather... It's not exactly easy listening. I don't know where these guys are. There's a door. Looks like there's a door up top, but I tried to press the circle button to access it. I tried to... Oh, these guys are up? Oh, there it is. No wonder. Tried to press circle to access it and then tried to damage it to get in, but the other case seemed to work all that well for me. It does seem like there's a door down here, though. Maybe that one will be a little bit more cooperative. Or maybe not. What was that guy? That guy's behind the wall. Son of a bitch. Well, okay then. I think if I was able to break into it, I probably would have been able to do so already. Doubt it's going to be a case of like somebody having an access key or something, but... There might be a building towards the front of the fortress. I think those are just gun emplacements, which we took out. Huh. Hey, what's going on, Key? Good to see you. How you doing? There's a handful of enemies out here. But, you know, again, unless they've got something. Getting ready for the newest one, Armored Core 6? Probably. Yep. don't know what platform I'm gonna get it on, but yeah, I'll definitely be picking it up when it launches in a couple weeks here. But slowly getting through the first few Armored Cores. This is a series that I've been meaning to play for a while, so since the new one's coming out, I figured why not. But I've had these PlayStation games for a few years now, so I've not been able to actually get a chance to stream them. Or even play them in some circumstances. I think I did it with a couple of them. Like, I did the original in Project Phantasma, but not get to this one. Still play Destiny? Can't stand the way they do shit now? That sucks. I checked out Destiny for a bit, but I wasn't like I wasn't into it like a major amount. I have more friends that are like way more into Destiny than I ever was.
The enemy has hired a Raven. AC identification verified.
They still do,
Stalker,
like,
a member of the sub-arena.
the raids and stuff weekly. Oh, it was one of those situations, huh?
Can't possibly lose to a newcomer.
No, I'm one of those guys where I was like, I played it to just check it out with friends. But my friends are always the ones that were like way more into it than me. I don't think I've ever streamed it or anything. But I haven't even checked out Destiny in, it's been a while. I don't think I'm going to be winning this one. I did not come equipped for this. I thought it would be a little bit more tactful trying to do this level than everything that we went through. Impromptu AC battle.
Defenses damaged. Halting combat and returning to the nest.
Yeah, I need a different setup for that one. Yeah, circle strafing is pretty big. I wasn't trying too hard, mostly because I didn't think my 40 remaining shots were actually going to be able to do too much against him. I wasted a lot of shots too, sucks. I thought the goal was to get inside the fortress. I didn't know that it was to eliminate everything in the surrounding area. Ugh. But knowing that, I can redo my loadout. Even though you think that a pulse rifle, or at least a pulse gun, with 240 shots would be sufficient. But maybe the missile launcher is in order. So just keep that on hand. Or, well, actually, what I might even do, this might suck a little bit, just because we were perching on top of the buildings, but what I could do is get some quad leg action going on here. I forgot which was the really good one. Might have been this one. Are these like super heavy? Speed 442, speed 360. Okay, so those are the heavy ones. I think those are the ones that were like kind of a little bit more mobile. So we'll do that. So give me that. The Kanasawa. Get the Moonlight Blade on there. And then maybe, I don't know if I want to double up on the laser rifle ammunition or if we want a missile launcher. Ooh, the missile launcher is just slightly going to be overweight. Shit. How much does this have by default? 100, so that probably means I'm going to get 150. Of course, the attack power is going to be over double what we were doing with the pulse gun. I don't think it's going to cut it. I'm just trying to think of what I could trade out. Lighter core, lighter arms. problem with this game. Although, hold on, I did have the other set of quad legs. Shit. That's no better. Those are all just heavier. Alright, it's such a minimal amount too, which is what makes it suck so much. Let me take a look at the heads, perhaps. Either that, arms, or a different core, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter which one I get, just as long as it's lighter. HD helm, that's the one we just sold. What's the armor point on that one? 850? Wait, is that? I can't make out what that says. 134 maybe? So hard to tell. 85, 133, 45, 232, 138, 46, 56, 156, 122. That's like the base standard head. Not gonna matter which one you use. It's a very small map anyway. I think I could make do without there being a radar function. The armor point on this one, the weight point rather, it's 160. So just that standard head. Yep, that'll do it. Alright. Maybe might get the job done, we'll see. I think I'm going to go what I'm going to try. I don't know if he's going to hop over those fortress walls, but once he comes out, I could probably skirt back and try to use the missile launcher. We could turn it into a bit of an arena battle. Or I could possibly forego this mission altogether. Seems like we're getting to that point where if we select one, then the other disappears.
We've arrived at the combat area. We'll leave as soon as your AC is deployed.
Main system engaging combat mode.
Engaging combat. Okay, well, these definitely go down a lot faster. Trust that one so low down. Somebody passed the wall. Okay. And there was another gun emplacement up here somewhere. I think it was after I shot down all the gun emplacements that the MTs started coming out. I might not have gotten all the ones up front, though. There's like nothing around here, not yet anyway. That should probably be it for the gun emplacements. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I think they spawn once all the fixed gun emplacements are taken out. I want to see if I can slash it, but it's on like an incline, so it doesn't take too well. I don't think there were any in the interior of the fortress. Don't seem like they were at the perimeter. It's probably not it, huh? We've already wrapped around the perimeter once. Love when you bump into it and it just bumps you back.
The enemy has hired a Raven. AC identification verified. It's Stalker, a member of the sub-arena.
Why are you speaking so fast?
I can't possibly lose to a newcomer.
I can't possibly lose to a newcomer. I could have done the voice acting for this game.
This enemy wields an impressive
For half the
arsenal.
price.
One hit can mean instant death. Keep moving to avoid taking damage.
Or conversely, stay in place. Okay, the problem with the head I'm using is it does not track enemies on the mini map. So we had a good thing going for a minute, but my lack of mobility and lack of radar tracking is now starting to work against me. we go.
Target of operation cleared. System switched to normal mode.
We did it. Yay. A lot of AC repair. And a full payload of those missiles aren't too cheap either, so not that great. Ended up having to pay out some money. But once again, I did have 8 million credits going in, so I think we could afford to take the hit. Yeah, oh well. It is not the end of the world. Emergency! ProgTech, emergency situation has arisen. We have a request that needs your immediate attention. Please read the request description for more information. Okay, well, probably gonna check that anyway, but okay. See? The mission ended up just going up in smoke. Emergency situation has come up. We'll be sending a mission request directly. ProgTech Marine Laboratory is under attack by an unknown MT. The attacker's objective is still unclear. I've already sent in another Raven. Somebody that uses treads. But he was unable to complete the mission. The best he could do was stall the enemy's invasion of the facility. An important company official is housed within the facility. It's vital that they be rescued and brought to safety. As is our right as your sponsor, we are temporarily revoking your license to participate in the arena. This mission is now your top priority. How dare you, you bastards. Theater of Operations, ProgTech Marine Laboratory, enemy forces. 5 MTs, destroy all enemy forces. Just I'm thinking that the missile launch are probably not going to be that great inside of an underwater facility. So we'll probably double up on the ammo crates. I'll swap my old head back in too. I think we'll keep the laser rifle. It's 5 MTs. Possibility there's going to be like some fixed gun emplacements or something, but I mean, unless I guess it's possible an additional Raven or something could pop in at the last minute, but unless that happens, we should be good with just the rifle, I would think. Could be proven wrong, but we'll see.
Destroy all enemy forces and rescue our ally from the facility.
Who are you? Must be the
Main
ProgTech
system
representative.
engaging combat mode.
Oh, I probably wanted to switch out the legs too. Oh. Nice big flat plane. It's not that bad. This guy in there? He's on the other side.
Thanks. You arrived just in the nick of time. My ammo reserves just ran out. Who is that?
Another AC. Son of a bitch.
I don't know about you, but I'm out of here.
I don't think there's too much I can do about that. Sorry, buddy. Like how calm he was getting out
Target
though.
of operation cleared. System switched to normal mode.
I don't know about you, but I'm out of here. Ugh. Still got paid. That's nice. Sorry that your buddy in there. I don't know. Was that the that must have been the other AC guy, because they didn't say that the representative that they had a AC. Mysterious MT. Sender Elon Cubis. Hello, my name is Elon Cubis. I'm the head of development at ProgTech. Thank you for your assistance the other day. I believe the attack was directed at a research group. This is a relatively common occurrence in our business, but there was one aspect about it that bothered me. Specifically that the MT appeared from out of the water. It would be hard, given the current technology, to build an amphibious MT. I know no group that has had success. It's possible that this technology is lost or the Great Destruction has been rediscovered. I fear an unknown organization possessing advanced technologies may be involved. Warning from Lana. As I explained earlier, I am your Raven's Nest contact and the one who will supply you with your orders. You will follow the orders you're given and do as I say. Even if approached by a sender, you're not to accept any missions without my approval. Do not let it happen again, that is all. Alright. I don't know, last time we were dealing with the Raven's Nest, well, not last time, but the first time we were dealing with the Raven's Nest didn't end up working out in the end. Ended up betraying me. Sicking his personal guard 9-ball on me. Nine-ball breaker. I think it's 9 breaker. I don't know where the ball comes in. Maybe just because I think of 9-ball. He's the 9-ball breaker. What sort of missions we got? Oh, hey, look, some of them came back. Defend the submarine is back. We also have board spaceship. That sounds interesting. Destroy giant tank. Now, it'd be cool if it was actually like a battle tank. It'd be lame if it was like a giant oil tank. Who knows? I don't know which one it's going to be. Where is the old arena? Oh, a couple more have popped up. Stunt Rider and Bibbs. Bibbs Speedy Rig. Very quick and difficult to track. Lacks both defensive and offensive strength. Oh, so he's just speedy. I'm wondering. What I have may be good enough. If he's fast, we might be able to get him cornered inside the garage. Because if he's super fast, he might be too quick for the missile launcher. But not necessarily for the laser rifle. A certain distance, if we're too far away, it's not going to hit, but there's a certain distance where you close a gap. Land those shots. It's not foolproof though. I think I have to be going the opposite direction he's going in, so if we're both traveling in the same direction, it doesn't work. Good enough. I do like that they give you some insight onto the capabilities. Doesn't happen with all of them, I don't think. But you know, you get a little. Cause, you know, there was the one that we had where, you know, he's the rich guy and he had good weapons, but just not a capable user. So it's like, okay, so that tells me he probably hits pretty hard, but he doesn't have any lock-on capabilities. This guy's fast, but, you know, doesn't have a whole lot of defensive capabilities or attack capabilities. Alright, so that gives me a clue as to what I need to do to get into the battle. Let's see, we got Stunt Rider, AC Funky Flyer, Physicist, who says it's surprised by calculating missile trajectories and avoiding them. So, something like this would tell me that a missile launcher, also, another one of these, probably not going to work out so great. Maybe another one where we were able to make out pretty good in the garage. Making sure he doesn't jump anywhere, but also kind of keeping him somewhat confined. If he dodges missiles, he's not going to be able to dodge the laser rifle more than likely. Definitely not as quick as the last guy. Old Bib had something going for him where he could dodge most of those hits. This guy when he's... Oh, shit. This guy when he's using his boosters, it's not so great. He was just moving regularly, though, to be able to hit him. Alright, I was able to hit him at first. Not really having too much luck now. Not terrible, a little rocky in the middle there, but we were able to make through. That looks like an actual core. It's not something you usually get. Surprisingly, every single arena battle has gifted you with a new part. Mave. AC Fog 2. Also remember the AC Team Fog. Hunting skills have been compared to those of an eagle. And, okay. So why does a seagull emblaze itself on his emblem? I don't know what that means. I mean, if he has the capabilities of an eagle, or even maybe a seagull, it's a possibility that he just swoops in fast and strikes and then dashes off into the distance. So, I don't know, it might be another one where the garage might come in handy. I'm gonna give it another shot inside the garage. We'll see. Missiles. Shitty ones. Not those shitty ones that I was thinking of when I first saw that AC in the story mode. Because those, like, go around you if you just stay still. These ones actually lock on, but they split into 3 separate missiles. Kind of sucks. But most of these guys confined and unable to jump seems to be working, though. Able to tag them pretty frequently with the laser rifle, keeping them from jumping all over the place. definitely proven to be an advantage. Leaning too heavy on the laser rifle, though. As we see, it does drain the gauge by quite a bit. Still not bad. No part that time. Interesting. Got a part for literally every other battle. I wonder if we started with the hardest ones first. I don't know. In the previous game with Project Phantasma, you worked your way up. And like the number 1 spots with the top. These guys don't have a rank yet, so I think we're all just kind of like... what I get out of that is that we're all just kind of in the same boat. We're all in the same rank. They did call it the sub-arena in one of the emails. So even though it doesn't say it here, I'm guessing that's probably what it is. So perhaps that might just mean that, you know, it's kind of a free-for-all, so what you get is what you got. I don't know. But maybe we'll get to like some ranked arena battles by the time we clear out everybody that's in that one. Why don't we take a look at another one of these missions? I'm interested in seeing what this spaceship thing is. Another strange mission request has just been received and entails the investigation of a recently discovered derelict spaceship. Isn't known the spaceship when the spaceship was built, but probably sometime before the Great Destruction. Many technologies were lost in the Great Destruction, so any materials or information found dating prior to this event are extremely valuable. ProgTech sent a research team to investigate the spaceship, but 3 days have gone by without any contact. There must be trouble aboard. Your goal is to locate the research team. Remember, nothing is known about the spaceship, so exercise extreme caution. Sounds interesting.
Main system engaging combat
Are we already
mode.
on the spaceship?
It looks like the ship came to rest vertically. Watch your footing as you advance.
Flying too much for that. Flying around way too much. I might not have the proper AC legs for this. We can get a decent vertical boost while still having the quad legs, but very easy to get pushed back on these things, and sometimes it can take a bit of doing to get to where you want to go. Also, just the standard bipedal legs usually just seem to be the best if you want to be able to jump and climb. Sounds like someone's trying to make their way up here. I don't really know what I'm looking at. I don't know if some of these are doors or not. Oh, Lord. That is a map. Nice thing about the quad legs, you get a nice jump. So like the initial jump gets you a decent amount of height. But it's like maintaining that or trying to boost further. So it's gonna rip into you a little bit. Oh, jeez. This camera is not designed for this type of maneuvering.
Gate does not move.
Not that one. There you go. I'm practically off this thing, but somehow I'm still able to hang on. I wish I could see up there. I really do. And that might be a door. It looks like it is. I just don't know if it'll open for me. It will not. Okay, I think we have to move over a tier to get to this last segment.
Gate does not move.
And let me let the energy boost itself. If that one down there opens up, because see, I'm looking at the, okay, so look at the rightmost column there. See how the blue is split in half? So that means it's an open door. I didn't mean to fall that far.
Gate does not move.
Okay, problem. Neither one of these gates that get into this column open. So I need to go. It's hard to see. Like I need to loop around.
Gate does not move.
All right. Once you drain them completely, you have to let it build all the way back up to the top.
Gate does not move.
I was on the right track before, if this is the case, 'cause I gotta loop all the way back around. Sure, that's where I was before.
Gate does not move. Gate does not move.
Oh boy, this is where it's gonna get weird.
Gate does not move.
Tried this.
Gate does not move.
Yep. The gate doesn't move either, so. Shit. This one ain't fun.
Gate does not move.
How the hell did I get from one spot to the other then? Because if I couldn't cross over from any of these platforms, and I couldn't cross over from any of the ones down there, or have I just been in these 3 corridor segments this whole time? So I know that sound is annoying, but this game really is a killer on my thumb. Pressing the old DualShock 2 D-pad for 2-3 hours at a time is not comfortable. Try going all the way down and see if there's a door down here, because that's the one thing I've kind of been worried about, is getting all the way down to the bottom. Now we're kind of where I want to be. Hell of a ruckus going on down here. Like I'm flying on instruments alone. Okay, this is still the corridor I want to be in, though, because it's the one that's got the door that's opened all the way up at the top. Just every other corridor that we've been down does not have that. Son of a bitch. The problem is finding a platform that I can safely land on. Yep. Yeah, that's the problem with quad legs. Just get bounced all over the goddamn place if you run into something. So the very first initial fear I had of this place, right when I saw it, was like, uh-oh. We gotta do some jumping in here. This is not gonna be pretty. It ain't pretty in any circumstance, as the final level of the original Armored Core has taught us. There's like no way to make platforming with these controls good. But it is more manageable with certain attributes, such as having the bipedal legs. Okay, finally, we are making some progress. I don't know what that yellow indicator is. That might be the goal. Appear to be anything in here. Going off of the map and just looking around. Big empty room. Is that at the top maybe? At the very top. Here we go, maybe. Uh-oh. Wait, did I? Okay, I'm confused. I don't know if I made it. I think I made it into the other room, but the camera was so tight on me I didn't actually see. Yeah, it's a pretty short corridor. Okay. So we were able to make it through. Problem is, it just doesn't look like there's much down here. Oh, okay, I see an indicator for something. Friend. Welcome, friend.
Gate does not move.
Son of a bitch. Well, how do I circumvent that? This might be the most frustrating level of Armored Core I've ever played. That's saying a lot, because there's pretty goddamn frustrating levels in this series. I don't know, maybe it's not quite as bad as platforming at the very end of the original Armored Core, but it's really close.
AC pilot verified as William, ranked 15th in the arena. He has powerful weapons in his arsenal. Attack him at once.
What if I could see him? If I could hit him with a Moonlight Blade, this thing does a shitload of damage, so we're so close quarters that I kind of want to try it. It doesn't seem like he's attempting to fight too much after that. There we go.
Gate does not move.
Well, okay, gate doesn't move. Where else can we go? You'd think that they'd place the AC right at the end. Go back.
Gate does not move. Gate does not move.
Okay. No. I checked that one up there, right?
Gate does not move.
Fucking level.
Gate does not move.
There's like nowhere else I can go. Unless there's a corridor or something I'm missing.
Gate does not move. Gate does not move.
I think we have to go back. These two doors move to get into this corridor, but there's nothing else down here. It's just a big empty trap. And I go into the corridor where we fought the AC, but the only other door doesn't move. So I think we have to go back. And I don't know, figure out something else from there. What's even the point of having the AC in there if it's not actually, you know, like doing something useful, like guarding the way out or you know, giving you a means to unlock something. I don't think I saw anything destructible, or unless you could destroy the doors, but somehow I doubt that's the case.
Gate does not move.
Possibly a connecting path in here. It is really hard to tell. Don't want to fall down that hole. That's how we got in here in the first place. There we go.
Are you one of us? Thanks for your help. I didn't think I was gonna make it. Our enemies here are probably an investigation team from a corporate competitor. Let's leave, now.
Target of operation cleared.
So,
System switched to normal mode.
because the way we accessed that room was right from the entrance, was how we got in that corridor in the first place. So I wonder if we could have bypassed fighting the AC altogether, and, you know, just going straight for him, or if we went to him, he'd request we defeat the AC first. Who can say? Alright. Well, that mission sucked. So, I mean, not necessarily the execution of it in the slightest, but like the idea. I think I like the idea of there being old world tech, such as, you know, super advanced before this great destruction. So they had space flight capabilities, and the spaceship is just touched down on land to the point where it's, you know, still heavily intact. So, you know, we're able to hop in and see what's going on, recover some technology that might be able to advance whoever's going to be putting it to use. But yeah, that wasn't a fun level. Let's see, did the mission sortie stay the same? Yeah, looks like it did. Still got the giant tank, destroy cannon, defend submarine. So we got a handful of things. I think I'm going to call it here, though. Not too much, but taking a quick look at this real quick. We'll get back into it. I don't know how long this game is compared to the other one. Given that it's Master of Arena, it does seem like there's a bit of an emphasis put on the arena. So possibly, maybe most of this isn't even going to be story mission related, but it's going to be more arena based. It does seem like with the whole second disc with the EX arena type deal, that it's going to end up being like, I don't know, it's just a bit, I guess you kind of consider it like a side quest, but it was a fairly big portion, you know, trying to custom tailor your AC to fight other ACs. I think I did more customizations and workarounds for the arena battles of Project Phantasma than I did for any of the main story missions. I mostly kept my loadout the same, but especially towards the end with Project Phantasma, at least, getting into the arena, I had to keep changing my stuff up just to make sure I was sort of ahead of the curve. So, interesting things, perhaps, maybe with a few of these early preliminary arena battles. I might do some on my own time. We'll see, but we'll get back into this next time I stream. Hopefully it's going to be tomorrow, but, you know, don't count me on anything. But I think it's safe to say we're going to stick with this for right now. Armored Core 6 coming out relatively soon. I think it comes out like on the somewhere in the teens, like the mid-teens. What's the next one coming up? What's the latest one? I think it's the 11th. That seems too early. If it's going for Friday release, which a lot of games typically release on Friday, I'd say it's probably going to be the 18th. But sometimes you get games that release on like Tuesday or Wednesday or something, so it could be like 15 or 16. But I think it's like middle of this month, which we're rapidly approaching. So probably not too long until then. So hopefully we'll give this enough time to sort of knock it out and be on our way to the latest one. But yeah, definitely wanted to get into that PS1 trilogy beforehand. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it as always. I'll be taking off, so all of you have a good night. We'll see you around next time.